Freedom means to me the ability to live my life the way I want to live it. You know, obviously without harming anybody else, but the ability to live where I want to do the work I want to do, to have the family life that I wish to have without being persecuted for it, really. Yeah, that's what freedom means to me.
For me, freedom means not being removed from your family. It doesn't do any good, and the things you lose you can't ever get back. So much damage. Why? For what? When we lived in the little caravan in Devorden, just after the twins were born, that's when I felt the happiest and the most free, I suppose. That's all I've ever wanted.
Freedom is a right, not a privilege. So why is freedom given to some more than others? Freedom flourishes when I'm free to be me.
Freedom is something you've got to have. It's a basic need like air to breathe and food and drink. You need it not just to keep you alive, but to feel really well in mind and body. And on top of that, freedom helps you make the most of your potential. You need to be your own master and decide how things are going to go for you. Not saying tread all over other people, but if you don't have freedom, you might just as well be 6 foot under the ground.
Freedom means not being controlled by another, being able to set my own boundaries, to not feel restricted in what I want to do in life or work. It means to honour my ancestral path and to be proud of what and where I have come from. Freedom is a right.
Freedom to me means living with rights and safety wherever in the world I am.
Well, like I just said, I'd like to be able to go and live how I'd like to live and be able to walk down the street and not get insults thrown at you and things like that from other people, from gorges. That's for everyone to respect each other with their lives and feel that freedom of life and be able to live where you want to live and not have to be told where you could go and stop, and not being able to go where you want to live, and not getting it all wrong now, not to be able to live how you want to live. We used to, when we were young, we were able to stay in places for a certain amount of time, where nowadays you can't do that, and you're just not being able to be, it's just not freedom anymore, the way of life. And it's a shame, really, because you get treated like dirt nowadays.
When I think about freedom, I think about the chains that others have tied around me, structurally, systemically, through defining who and what I'm supposed to be, but also internally through the impacts of intergenerational trauma. So my freedom relies on others, on you, to stop oppressing me and in shifting the responsibility back to where it belongs.
To be able to live her life how she'd like to live it. I'm getting emotional. She wants to live her life how she wants to live it. And if she had her way, she'd live in the caravans all her life, but she never had that choice. That's like that. There you go. Oh, it's difficult, isn't it? You think it get me like that?